Previously on Untitled Ambition, our heroes finally managed to expel the rogue AI's consciousness from Arya's body and managed to purge her from Avalon's AI system completely, as if she was just a bad dream and never existed. And now here's the shocking aftermath. Observe. Whoa, so it's actually over this time. We just barely dodged the cannon just now. We've had some battles here and there, but not on this scale. This was cutting it too close for comfort.
I agree. I'm taking a long hiatus from dungeon exploring video games for a while. I see that genre in a whole new light now.
Greetings, players. I believe congratulations are in order. You've not only won, but you've also saved the entirety of those who remain within the labyrinth. Thank you.
You're the Vanguard member who was on the monitors moments ago. What brings you here?
I'm codename Omicron and I just dropped by to thank you all for saving us. We Vanguard that remain are in debt to you all for your help.
It's no trouble at all. We were just here to help out an old friend. Glad to be available. However, there's this one thing I need you to confirm. The entity we purged from Lady Arya wasn't the real Queen Lionheart, was it?
So, you know. Yes, you're absolutely right. The true Queen Lionheart was dead a long time ago, shortly after she received news of Quake's death. She tried to utilize the stolen research from Dr. Ainsworth and test his theory of transferring the human consciousness into the mainframe of Avalon's artificial intelligence system. With her only son's death, she wanted to obtain a perverse form of immortality by uploading her brain into the system and preparing Arya to be her next vessel.
Whoa. That's beyond twisted. I can only assume things didn't go so well when the Queen tried to upload her brain into the system.
Precisely. Although we lost the Queen during the attempted transfer, the system successfully managed to emulate Queen Lionheart's personality. That's why we were able to create multiple artificial bodies designed in the Queen's likeness and no one suspected a thing. A select few within Avalon's elite swore an oath never to reveal the truth about the Queen. It was deceptive, but there was no other choice.
Okay, that's disturbing. Avalon was ruled by a ghost this whole time up until this point. What kind of sick mess is that?
Our final boss was just a faulty, artificial intelligence emulating a dead person. That's a horror story, if I ever heard one.
So, that's what Cece was implying this whole time. Yep, the creepiness is real.
I wonder what's going on with those other three over there.
Lady Arya, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt. But, there's something I need to get off my chest. It's been made abundantly clear that the imposter queen told you the truth about Cliff. I'm terribly sorry that I didn't tell you earlier. There was just so much going on all at once that I didn't make any time for you to know the truth. There was more of that video which was dummied out. Especially the part where Cliff showed genuine remorse for his actions. Insomuch that he swore to your father that once he found you, Cliff would risk life and limb to keep you safe no matter what. I once again deeply apologize.
Scarlet, I see why you wanted to hide the truth from me. You were the closest person I had to an actual mother who genuinely cared for me. You were only trying to protect me, and I'm truly grateful. To think, the imposter queen manipulated the truth for selfish reasons, while you hid the truth for selfless reasons. I now see things much clearer now than in years prior. The fact that you're coming forward now only strengthens my claim that you actually do care for my well-being. That action alone speaks volumes.
Wait. So, does this mean that you forgive me? Despite knowing such a massive revelation.
Of course. But, only if you agree to be straight with me from now on. No more secrets, are we clear?
Yes, Your Highness. That's a royal promise.
It's so beautiful. To think, Lady Scarlet was plagued by the notion that Arya would resent her if she found out the truth about what took place between Quake and Cliff. But after dealing with the Imposter Queen's manipulation, Arya could see clearly that Scarlet had her reasons and instantly forgave her surrogate mother. Besides, the new queen was focused on something far more important.
You're truly amazing, Your Highness. Your radiance doesn't just stem from your light crest, but your impressive ability to forgive. Your heart is definitely what this kingdom needs.
You're too kind, Sigma. My goal is a very simple one. My goal is to show Avalon the kind, loving heart the imposter queen never showed her citizens. I'm here to change all of the coldness in this country. But I can't do it alone, Sigma. I need someone as strong as yourself fighting beside me. Your sister is also another great influence too.
I can assure you, Your Highness. My sister and I will work tirelessly fighting for your cause. Besides, I wouldn't be your gallant knight if I backed down from the challenge.
That sounds like something Quake would say. It's like you're the living embodiment of both my brothers. Your face reminds me of Cliff, and your mindset reminds me of Quake. You're like a 2-for-1 special.
2-for-1 special. I never imagined I'd see the day that a term used for bargains would apply to me. That's quite unexpected.
Well, it's not as unexpected as what I'm about to do now. Sir Sigma, thanks to your heroic support, I hereby bestow you the power to ascend and wield true Excalibur. Avalon yearns to see that sword in a hero's hand once more. You're the perfect candidate for this position.
Yes, thank you so much, Your Highness. This is an honor. Can my sister work as my partner, like those 2 players over there?
Absolutely, 2 is better than 1 after all. We're definitely going to rebuild the Vanguard and steer clear of all the mistakes we've made in the past. This will be our first start to a new beginning. With that being said, I hereby congratulate the players for clearing this labyrinth and rescuing the true heir to Avalon's throne. We're all eternally grateful for your actions on this day.
The fighting was actually over. It was really over. After all this stuff that we endured up until now, the fighting was actually over, and we got the biggest stage clear we ever seen here. It was amazing.
She's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a move out. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know that happiness is the youth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
After the celebration and the public meetings and announcements and stuff, Sigma and Lambda caught our group outside and gave us some awesome little call buttons if we were ever in danger. Talk about friends from long distance. I mean, it's amazing though. It's always nice to have alliances formed from from other sides in different diverse places. I mean, that always makes a difference. Those two are pretty amazing, are they not? We're gonna miss them. And so, with Avalon finally righting its past wrongs, and the little people, and ourselves included, being compensated, greatly compensated, yep, I believe it was time for us to head the old dusty trail. Oh boy, we definitely have a nice little story to tell Rick about this. How he put us through the okie doke. Oh yeah, he's gonna hear all about this. So yeah, that's how everything ended in Avalon. That was a top tier mission that came to our team unexpectedly. It was crazy. I'm glad everything worked out well. I knew I was right to lead the princess in your protection. Still, let me apologize for sending them here without prior notice. It was a dire situation and there was no one else I could turn to. Yeah, Rick, you definitely pulled a fast one on us this time. I mean, it's not every day you start your morning relaxing and then someone appears assigning your team on an unplanned A-rank mission. But I guess that's life. Expect the unexpected. Don't get me wrong, Mage Hero. If I didn't overexert my strength during my fight with Anti-Spur, I would have taken full responsibility for Lady Aria's protection. You're okay, Rick. What's understood does not need to be explained. However, on the subject of Anti-Spur, there's something I need to tell you. During our time in Avalon, one of the Vanguard we fought against temporarily brought him back. Wait, what? How's that even possible? Those zombies tore him limb from limb, leaving no noticeable traces behind. That guy was able to bore into our memories using dark matter and dark energy to briefly resurrect him, but that's besides the point. In his final moments, Anti-Spur left us with a cryptic message warning us about the 3 other lords of Almagest. He mentioned the Lord of Fantasy, Lord of Shadows, and the Lord of Dragons if I remember correctly. He specifically warned me to avoid fighting the Lord of Dragons at all costs. You have any idea what he was talking about? So the legends were actually true. I can't believe it. Yo Rick, is everything okay? Justin, as much as it pains me to admit it, Anti-Spur was right. The Lord of Dragons is impervious to magic. Only the saints of old were enough to vanquish the Draconian Empire. Okay, this doesn't feel right. There was another way to defeat the Draconians, and that was through the use of Fafnirite. It's a divine sacred metal that, when forged as a weapon, would grant even normal humans the ability to slay Draconians. But the only problem is that this metal is exceptionally rare, and it's locked in vaults that even the Great Seven needed special permission to have access. Whoa, that sounds difficult even by your explanation. But don't worry, since you finished this unexpected mission for my sake, I'm going to get you that Fafnirite, no questions asked. Consider it a personal thank you gift for saving the Queen. Thanks, Rick. You really are a stand-up guy. You definitely know how to give back, and that's greatly appreciated in this day and age. By the way, where's the rest of your team? I haven't seen them since you returned. Oh, they're working on a little something. You'll see. You see, Rick, this is the reason why you're still alright with us. I mean, after all, not many people can, make little blunders like that and exceptionally clean up after themselves afterwards. I mean, we're not ones to hold grudges. After all, we all deserve second chances. Just like this other person, for example.
Where am I? I thought for sure Beta fried my system in the labyrinth. What's going on? Wait, what's with my voice? Why am I able to feel the coldness in this place?
Hello, I'm glad to see that you're finally awake. I take it that you're aware of the new adjustments your body has undergone.
Wait, you're one of the players I met on that labyrinth floor, Lady Blacklist. What are we doing here and what's happened to me?
You've been given a second chance at life, real actual life, not as a machine, but as a completely organic being with your very own will and ambitions. Queen Arya was impressed by your heroic sacrifice and decided to reward you by granting you a life to pursue your happiness and your heart's desires.
That's awfully generous of her, but I simply don't know where or how to start. I've spent my entire previous life trying to pursue something that was merely a mirage. The aftermath just left me wondering what to do next.
Well, you certainly won't find the answers staying in here waiting for something or someone to fall in your lap. You have to be willing to go out there and take those risks, whether you fail or succeed. What's important is that you actually tried. And speaking from personal experience, whenever I've came across a closed door, it turned out to just be a redirection to an even greater door. So, never fear failure. Simply look at it as a stepping stone to an even greater success.
Those are powerful words, Your Highness. That gave me the confidence boost I needed. Well, let's get going, shall we?
Okay, we were hoping for the plan to work, but not this well. We didn't even pull out our greatest stunts before everything magically fell in place. We needed someone out there keeping Rick out of trouble. What better person than a combat-ready ex-machina? I just know this journey would do them both a world of good. I mean, after all, two's better than one. So before they departed, we just gave them our condolences, wished them good luck. Whispered a little something to Rick, just please, Lady Gamma. Yeah, I haven't seen Rick laugh like that in a minute. And so we watched him board the train, and we already knew that this wasn't just a search for Fafnir, right? But it was also a search for healing as well, internal healing, and a search for each other as well, which I know they're gonna succeed at. After all, look at them. And so that day ended with a fury of emotions, It was just a mix of happiness and, just longing, Happy to see them go out there into the wild blue yonder. But the next day arrives, and that saying, expect the unexpected? Yep, and we can see why after this. Observe. Yeah. Alright, another exciting day, starting with paperwork. I'm optimistic. Yes, come in.
I deeply apologize for the intrusion, Sir Hero. However, you have two people who insist on speaking with you from outside the office.
Okay. You can send them in, I guess?
A few moments later, this happened.
Howdy, stranger. Did you miss us while we were gone?
We figured your team was in need of a little more manpower, so we thought we'd drop by and lend you a hand.
No way. Buck, Cece, it's been a minute since I last saw you both. What's going on? I thought you all would have preferred the palace life instead of fighting monsters or whatever threats around here.
Hey, do we look we belong in a palace with all those uptight royals? Cece and I were born to seek a life of adventure. I think we'd be much more useful here than in Avalon.
Besides, from the looks of things, your team could definitely need an extra tech bandit and a professional arms dealer to help fight against your enemies. I think both sides could mutually benefit from this exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, you both certainly drive a hard bargain. Sure. This previous mission has confirmed that you both already overqualified for this position. Welcome to the team.
It was at this moment where it seemed that the troubles of our heroes had finally ended. Or did they?